Evolution MMA. We're complete fighters.
Gil, we spent some time in your camp. You worked so much on taking, your opponents down. Can you imagine you dominate this fight without scoring a takedown?
Man, I was just explaining right now. You do boxing matches, it's 12 3-minute rounds. You do a Olympic wrestling match, it's 3 2-minute rounds. The intensity of wrestling is ridiculous, how hard and how sprint it is. So, I try to push the takedown. It's hard when it's not there, and you just kind of get in this mode, and I was looking for it, but, stand-up was working for me. My timing was good, and, I felt like comfortable there. It's dangerous because I got hit a couple times. It was a war, but, yeah, man, I wish I could have wrestled better. I was trying to wrestle more, and it just wasn't that easy. But when the wrestling did happen, when he shot on me or when we got into it, I felt like I was able to neutralize him. His wrestling was great too, and our wrestling was so good that we're forced to stand with each other.
You guys threw and landed a lot of punches. Your hands okay? You feel okay?
I'm in pain, bro. Yeah. I'm not feeling perfect, but I'm a little lumped up. My hand hurts, but I'm okay. You know what I mean?
Same. Hand's a little sore, and face is obviously a little sore. So go home with the bag ice and lick my wounds.
Josh, you told me before the fight you thought it'd be slow. It turned out to be the opposite of that. Were you surprised by the pace? How surprised were you?
No, not at all. Like I said, I trained for 5 rounds. I pushed myself for 5 rounds, and I expected to go hard 5 rounds. The pace was, to me, I felt like the pace was slower than the first fight. Because the first fight, he kept coming, and I kept, we just kept countering. So there was always active movement. But this fight, the pace was a little bit slower. But what it was when we did throw, it was hard. It was stand toe to toe and go at it, and someone was getting hit. And really, to be honest, it was one of those things where we enjoyed the moment, and we took them on the chin and we let everyone enjoy it.
You're gonna have to watch it again because it's way faster.
Yeah, I gotta agree with him. I felt like it was a slower pace and a little more controlled. But like I said, the sport's evolving. You can't just meet in the middle and bang it out like you used to. We're a little more technical a lot of days now, and we gotta pick our punches better and smarter. Not just swing 1,000 times and be 10%. Now we swing 100 times and we're 90%. You know what I mean?
Did either of you get hurt in the fight really bad? You get dazed?
Nothing hurts. Nothing ever hurts. I got my belt rung, but that doesn't hurt. No pain at all. You know what I mean? One knee to the body caught me pretty good.
He dropped me in the second. That didn't hurt. There was one in the fourth, though, that he rocked me, and I stayed standing. I was really surprised because my whole body started vibrating. It actually knocked the wind out of me. Hit me in the head, knocked the wind out of me. So I was like, what the hell? But no, that was in the 4th round. But I was actually surprised that I even went down in the second because I didn't really. It was one of those punches you don't feel. I was like, I didn't hurt, and I still saw myself. You see everything going on. You're like, hey, how'd I end up here? So
you guys were slipping around in there a little bit. Did that change your approach on your attack modes?
Yeah, that kind of frustrated me too. We need to go back to the old school canvas. I know it turns up our knees a little bit, but these mats are. We used to put water in our mouths and you spit water on the ground. You can kind of go on the canvas a little bit, and it's a new mat. It feels pretty good, but it can get a little slippery with the water because it doesn't absorb the water, But
yeah, there was a couple times against the fence. He shot in and he would have got the takedown, but then I went to sprawl and my foot slipped out from behind me, so that really kind of nullified his takedown, to be honest. So, the water in the corners, that's what happens. Sweat hits the ground, your body hits the ground, it gets super slippery. So there's a couple times he just slipped trying to throw a punch. Same thing with me trying to throw a kick. I almost slipped and fell. I threw like a spinning back kick, almost fell. So it happens.
For both of you guys, was there a point in the fight where you guys sensed that this was a fight of the year type of fight? I don't know, like 3rd round, 4th round, or as you were fighting, did it not really occur to you until it was over?
No, the first round, I knew in the first round could have went either way. Second round, he won it because he got the clip, and then, the 3rd round, my corner came out to me and said, look, you need to pick up the pace and you need to start getting at it or, this fight's going to slip away. And I just couldn't go out there and deliver. That's the bottom line. He came out, he put the right pressure, and he countered everything beautifully, and he fought a great fight. So really, it just came down to, I knew what I had to do. I had to go out there and push it to where it had to be intense, and I had to finish it. So I knew there was a point where I needed to finish, and that's what possibly made it the way it was.
Yeah, the last thing on my mind is trying to get a fight of the night or fight of the year. The only thing on my mind is, hey, let's get through this, and let's win, and let's fight to win. I'm not ever thinking about anything else besides, survival and destroy.
Josh and Gilbert, both of you, what was your specific strategy for each other?
we're complete MMA fighters. You know, I fought Ishida. I knew what my strategy was, sprawl and brawl. You know, Josh, I was like, okay, this guy he's dangerous everywhere. He can wrestle me, he can sock me, he can kick me, he can knee me, he can submit me. It's one of those guys you got to be prepared for every scenario. So, like I said, this was most fights I walk into like really confident to kill someone. This fight I walked into saying like, oh shit, I'm going to war. You know?
The strategy really was just to see I want to see how he changed his game plan. I figured he was going to take the center of the ring, and he did it. He did exactly what I thought he was going to do. I knew he wasn't going to chase after me. I knew he wasn't going to try and push and pace and chase me down because that wasn't effective last time. So he did change it. I saw a little bit of what he was going to do with the Ishida by taking the center of the ring, stopping the takedowns, and trying to counter. So and he performed his game plan to a T, man. And I gotta tip my hat to him. Gotta take my hat off, and that's what made him win tonight. And I think he's got a great supporting cast, you know, with Caesar and Nick and Nate and all those guys. Jake. I mean, I don't know his younger guys that he has at the gym, but I mean, you can just see the way that they support him. And I mean, those guys obviously they came in with a game plan and they've been working it for the last year. And he came out and he delivered.
Neither of you looked winded. How do you get that cardio?
Lots of sex.
Well, with that question, we're going to wrap that up. Anyway, you know what? It was an amazing fight. I'm really proud of you guys. I've known Gilbert since he came on board in 2006 when we first got into MMA. And same thing with Josh. It was an amazing fight. Congratulations to both of you. And we look forward to the next fights for you guys individually.
Thank you.